Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're joining me. Just happy you're here. Today we're going to talk about navigating offers in real estate. My name is Linda Hollington. I'm with Caldwell Banker Paradise, and I'm happy that you've joined me. And this is a real tense time in a seller or a buyer's experience here, is when we get into negotiations. They've written an offer, it's been presented to the buyer. The buyer's looking it over and deciding on what needs to be uh, countered, okay, or what else they want to negotiate in this. Price is one of that. Everybody thinks about that one, but elements in an offer can vary. There can be things in the offer that, like financial terms. Maybe they don't like the financial terms exactly, the type of loan that it is, uh, not yet approved, not to the finish. Contingencies, they're contingent upon them selling their home or getting this job or, kids finishing school or whatever the contingency might be. Maybe they don't like the closing timeline. It's too long, it's too short. Earnest money. Maybe they put down very little because, especially new home buyers, they have a hard enough time coming up with a down payment, let alone some earnest money to put down to show that they are earnest about this offer they're putting in. The strongest offer may not be the highest priced. You have to walk very carefully through the whole offer to decide which is most beneficial to the seller. And then comes the counteroffer. Okay, once you make a counteroffer, sellers, that the offer that you just received is null and void. You cannot go back. This is a new offer that you're going back to the buyer with, and it does away with the first offer. And then you have multiple offers. And yes, we still have them, not like we did in the fury or during the pandemic and stuff. But it still happens that you could get a couple offers in a weekend if you had an open house or people out looking. The seller may inform the buyers that they have them and invite them to make a best offer. That's one way of handling it. The buyer might counter on one offer and just hold back from saying anything and responding to the other buyers waiting just to see what kind of a counter that they might get back. And they might counter one offer and reject all the others. Often buyers that feel that they've made a failed offer may move on to other properties once any of the above happen. Additionally, with a seller's consent, agents are obliged to disclose if there are multiple offers when asked, but we must have the seller's approval to do that. And it takes an agent with some experience to get it negotiated. And sometimes when a buyer is faced with competing offers, there's a escalation clause that's used. It's subject to applicable law, of course, but allows the buyer to disclose the original offer. The escalation clause shows how much they're willing to increase their offer and the highest that they're willing to go. The buyer needs to consider the pros and cons of this because you're kind of showing your hand here. Instead of just offering a price, you're saying, here's the price that I want it for, but I am willing to go here if we're in a bidding war here. And And then there's seller concessions. They're not required, but they might lead to a better or faster offer. And they could include all kinds of things, paying for buyer's costs and all that kind of stuff. And it's a good idea to consult your agent and possibly an attorney in some of these kind of situations. Laws vary by state, but if the buyer does not meet certain contingencies required by the purchase agreement, sellers have the option of backing out of the sale. So just keep all of that in mind. There's a whole lot more to it than I just said. I just said a lot. So if you have any questions, I can help you with that, buyer or seller. But like I said, we're not having a lot of that at the moment, but it still happens. You get a house that goes on the market at an absolutely phenomenal price, you're going to get a couple offers. Yeah, right away. And they'll probably be competing for it. So you may see a lot of that in the coming days too. Thank you for joining me. See you again real soon. Enjoy your day. Bye.